Forza Motorsport 4 is all new, and it's really showcasing what's best on Xbox 360. Best of Kinect, with Kinect integrated very naturally throughout the game. Best of Xbox Live, with 16-player multiplayer, car clubs, rivals, Top Gear Soccer. And the best of the Xbox 360 hardware, with amazing graphics, top-end physics, as well as new improvements in AI and across the entire game. We're really excited to get this game into people's hands. A lot of it is because we want to create the next generation of car lover. That's who we are. It's who a lot of the automotive industry is. But when I look at kind of the future, and kids getting their driver's license later, and I'm just not sure what car culture has. And the only way I know how to try and get them excited about cars and car culture is to speak to the next generation in new ways, using new media, new modes, things like Auto Vista mode that'll hopefully get people to think about cars in an all-new way. There are 5 new environments in Forza Motorsport 4. That includes Infineon, Indianapolis, the Top Gear test track, our all-new original Alps track, as well as, what am I missing? Hockenheim from Germany. And that really fills out our roster with not only realistic tracks that you can see in racing all over the world, but also with our original track, it really shows off our graphical capability with the new engine. You know, I really like all the tracks in Forza, but I love the way that the new Alps track looks for taking photographs and the like. As far as racing, I really love Infineon. I mean, it's just so crazy. The off-camber turns and the blind corners going down the hill, it's just an amazing track. I love Hockenheim because of the history, and same with Indy. I mean, those are tracks that I just grew up watching. The painting system in Forza Motorsport 4 remains mostly the same. We have added new shapes that were actually designed by our community. So there are actually 2 new pages of primitives you can add. We do have profile imports, so your layer groups from Forza 3 come into Forza 4, so you start off with a head start. We do have a few new paintable surfaces on some of the cars. Some of the vintage cars you can put on a retro kit. And with that retro kit, the headlights are paintable, but it's on a select subgroup of these vintage cars. For the most part, we found that the livery editor and the painting area has just been incredibly popular, and it's one of those things where we watch how people play and we make tweaks, but we're not doing wholesale changes because it's working so well. We have a VIP offering in Forza Motorsport 4. It's similar to Forza Motorsport 3 in that it gives you special recognition in the community, but it doesn't actually gate you from multiplayer features. So as long as you're an Xbox Live Gold member, you can play multiplayer, play 16-player multiplayer, play Top Gear Soccer, get into Rivals mode, do what you like. Shortly after we shipped Forza Motorsport 3, we started working with Top Gear. And it was really looking at how we could do a bigger, longer-term creative partnership. Now, obviously, we could have just licensed the track and put it in the game, but by getting into a creative partnership, we were able to put Top Gear throughout the game in ways that feel very natural for both their brand as well as our brand. So Top Gear adds just levity and humor and interesting modes. We've got Top Gear Bowling, where you can drift your car through bowling pins in single player. We have Top Gear Soccer in multiplayer, Jeremy's voice in Auto Vista. Really Top Gears throughout the entire game. I met the Stig actually at the party at the Forza Motorsport E3 event. I've not met the Stig in the way that everyone always asks me about. I don't know who the Stig is. I've only met him with the helmet on. I've never heard a voice. I'm not sure if he has a voice. I just see him drive. He's an amazing driver. I am definitely not the Stig. We are currently planning a demo on Xbox Live for Forza Motorsport 4. Generally, demos are released about 2 weeks before the game releases, but we don't have a firm date of when it's being released, so I can't really announce a date. But yes, there will be a demo. We have currently the demo working. The demo is both like E3 in that it has a quick race component, but also we're looking at putting a Rivals component in as well. So there's a bit of a multiplayer and competitive side. I use a ton of cars in Forza, and it changes based on what I kind of feel like doing. If I'm drifting or am I looking to hot lap. I found that, recently I just bought a new car, so I bought an M3 about 2 months ago, and so I've been driving a lot of that in the game. But at the same time, I love the classic Daytona Coupe, the Shelby Daytona Coupe. I love that car, so I drive that one a lot. Even the AC Cobra, the Shelby Cobra in the game, with the open top, the interior with all the new stuff we learned from our new shaders, it looks amazing. It sounds so badass. So, it's hard for me to pick a favorite. It kind of changes from day to day.